These families are now scrambling to find childcare or are working from home while taking care of their own children. I had a father inform me that he left work to care for his child full time.
A group of Ottawa parents is struggling with the new normal after seeing the Garderie Tunney's daycare closed. The bilingual daycare used to provide spaces for 67 children, but the federal government, which owns the building the daycare is in, wants market rent for the space. Rent the government pegs at $14,000 a month.
One of the problems with the federal government's approach to this and charging daycares in this situation, market rents, is that they're treating childcare centers as if they were actually full commercial operations, but of course they're not.
Board members at the daycare say the space is inside a Stats Canada building and can't easily be converted for other uses. It's also not clear who would be able to afford the 5-figure rent for a facility without its own exterior entrance. The nonprofit daycare previously benefited from federal subsidies and rent discounts, but those discounts ended in 2014 and a subsidy extension in 2016 has wrapped up too.
I was also certainly concerned about my son, Sammy. It was really his community and all of his friends that kind of disappeared overnight. And I was worried about whether he'd be able to adapt to a new reality and a new environment. And that remains of some concern.
Peter Repetto says his son is now in a for-profit English language daycare. But he says not every parent is able to find a space, and he's especially concerned that 21 people, mostly women, lost their jobs when the daycare closed.
Behind every daycare that closes, there are, a large number of teachers who become instantly jobless. They were not particularly well paid in the first place. And now they've lost their livelihoods.
Catherine McKenna is MP for the area. In a statement provided to CityNews, she says rent has been waived for November and Public Services and Procurement will work with Garderie Tunney's daycare on a path forward. McKenna says she's been personally in touch with Procurement Minister Anita Anand and Treasury Board President Jean-Yves Duclos to find a solution.
So I think we appreciate that, they have a lot on their plate at the moment. Having said that, I think from another perspective, certainly we are a bit surprised in that, we view quality childcare, quality affordable childcare as, I think, a fundamental right. It's essential for most of us to participate in the workforce and the broader economy.
Now, there is another nonprofit daycare operator, Andrew Fleck Children's Centers, which is willing to take over operations. But the sticking point remains rent. At $14,000 a month, it's around 3 times more expensive than other spaces it occupies. In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.